program that you're going to do, because I gave you 2 days off, is going to be a little bit more intense because you're back to strengthening and, you know, getting your heart rate up and fun stuff like that. So we're going to do a squat first, okay? When you're doing a squat, once again, your feet are shoulder width apart, toes maybe slightly pointed out, your hips go back, the weight is in your heels, okay, and your chest is up nice and high. So squatting from the front, it's going to look like that. Squatting from the side, the knees stay so stable on top of those ankles as you drop down and then back up, okay? Now, as you come up and down from the squat, definitely lock your hips all the way forward. Instead of stopping here, stand all the way up straight, push your hips all the way back, stand all the way straight, okay? What that does is it gives that full hip movement that your hips should be moving in. You're going to be doing 15 of those and 15 of each and every exercise after that. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is pick up your kettlebell. These are called swings. It's not about using your arms. It's about those hips that I was just talking about. So when you do a swing, you're going to just let your arms relax and dangle like a dummy. And then what you're going to end up doing is locking your hips forward, locking your hips forward, locking your hips forward, locking your hips forward, okay? You're doing 15 of those. It might take you a couple of sets to get used to it, but that's okay. Just keep on practicing it. You'll get the hang of it, okay? Just think about your hips controlling the movement and the arms just sort of fly out there. The next one that I want you to do is a lawnmower, okay? So you're going to think about your chest being up and your hips being back and your legs being far apart. So if I was going to turn to the side, then what you wouldn't see is my back being rounded like this. So if you can get in front of a mirror, that would be great. So you're going to stick your hips back and your chest is going to be up nice and high, and you're going to imagine like a lawnmower. So if I was going to pull a lawnmower, you'd be pulling and pinching your shoulder blade back together. You can reach down as far as you want, but it's more about the pinch of the shoulder blade back together. And you're doing 15 of these on each side. Try and keep everything else stable, and your other hand can be on that same knee on the other side, sort of supporting your upper back so that it doesn't collapse. Okay, so that's your third exercise. The next one that we're going to do is the kettlebell crunches. Okay, when you do these, you'll be flat on your back. Once again, your pelvis is tucked under so that your low back is flat against there. When you take your kettlebell, you're just going to grab onto it like this, and then you're going to sort of lock it right, like my arms aren't moving, it's going to be the crunch or my upper body that's moving. So as you do this, you're just going to lock it right here, and you're only moving that upper body. So you're going to do 15 of those. Okay? Or for you, like, why not 500? So we're going to go 15 of those. Okay? When you're done with that, you have one last exercise, and it's going to be a plank. Okay? So you're going to be on your elbows, okay? And then you're going to tuck your pelvis as much as you can. And you might have to practice that pelvic tuck that I keep talking about through these videos. But eventually you're going to get it, because where you should feel a plank is your low abs and never your low back. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to practice it on your elbows, and you're going to straighten your legs, and you're just going to tuck under so that your body's nice and flat. And if you can bring your shoulder blades down and back away from your ears, perfect. And I want you to hold this for a 60 count, okay? So if you start to feel it in your back, it just means you're doing something like this, and you're going to have to raise it up again. Okay, so a 60 count, and don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 1, 2, okay? So your mission is to get up to 60, and that's going to be your last day.